Yo, what's poppin' everybody? It's your boy Modern Fiction here. I know it's been a while, but back at again with another video. Today I want to discuss what's been a hot topic in the community going back a couple chapters, taking a break from the Yonko vs Supernova battle we've been getting in Law and Kid vs Big Mom. As I'm recording this, One Piece chapter 1040 just dropped, but I want to give my thoughts and speculation out before reading that, because I don't read the spoilers, but my boy told me that we're gonna get a Zunesha info dump. So I probably should have put this video out earlier, but you know what they say, better late than never. So let's get into it. A pivotal player in this saga and the series in general, I want to dive into and discuss who or what Zunesha is and what potential role he or she has to play in the story of One Piece. So there's been a lot of speculation on Zunesha in the community, especially as of recent. So I just wanted to go over the different possibilities and see what's actually plausible, and also talk about what in my opinion could be the most definitive route that Oda could take in terms of fulfilling its narrative to the story overall. So there's been theories that Zunesha is an ancient weapon, Pluton or Uranus, a sentient island or battleship that ate a devil fruit, and if you go back to Enies lobby, Spandam's sword Funk Freed would have been foreshadowing for this, because it was a sword, an inanimate object that ate a devil fruit and became sentient, who was also an elephant. And we know Spandam stated that there's a devil within every fruit. So as we approach endgame, meet Vegapunk, and the power systems get more fleshed out, we may see more credence to that statement, especially with Awakening. It's possible that the devils or spirits within these fruits and weapons such as cursed blades could become more tangible. But that's a little off topic, I want to save that for another video. Zunesha could also just be a naturally occurring entity, a massive elephant who's a sky monster. It's also possible he ate a different devil fruit, if that's the case, and the Gorosei were talking about him and it wasn't a misdirect, as he has been roaming the earth for hundreds of years and is only now making a move. I don't know if anyone thought about this, but it's also possible that the lurking legend that Oda talked about, who will pull up at the end of Wano, is Zunesha himself. And now that we see a prime Momonosuke in play, he could be the one to awaken his abilities, as we know they can communicate already. One of Oda's editors even said that a major threat will pull up to Wano beyond/after Kaido. So that could have been referring to Zunesha as well, because size-wise, he's the biggest threat on the planet, even if he is on the Alliance's side. It is plausible and kind of makes sense because Zunesha is literally a lurking legend. An ancient relic of the past. Someone who lived through the Void Century and is still alive today. Imagine the things he's seen, the wisdom he has. So diving into the details, let's go over some facts that we definitively know about Zunesha and Zo. Like I just stated, we know for a fact that Zunesha existed during the Void Century, is carrying the Minx to this day, and has ties with the Kozuki. Now follow my thought process and logic here. Zunesha is the homeland of the Minx, who we know are the retainers of the Kozuki clan, who we know wrote or scripted the poneglyphs for the ancient kingdom, more specifically the D clan, more specifically possibly Joy Boy himself. Therefore, it stands to reason that Zunesha was an ally of the ancient kingdom as well. In my opinion, either a member of Joy Boy's crew or his grand fleet, being a powerhouse entity fighting for the Alliance's side of the ancient kingdom versus the 20 kingdoms who later formed the world government. So now that we've established that Zunesha is an ally of the ancient kingdom, specifically Joy Boy if he was the king of that ancient kingdom, given that, the real question is, who sentenced Zunesha and what crimes is he being punished for? There are a number of possibilities, but it mainly boils down to these two, like how there are two factions in the war that we know of. So the first possibility, and the least likely of the two, is that since we know definitively that the ancient kingdom quote unquote lost the war to the 20 kingdoms who later formed the world government at the end of the Void Century, it's plausible that Im-sama or the higher-ups of the world government at that time, the Gorosei etc., sentenced Zunesha to roam the earth so that this weapon of mass destruction would be out of play, and that chapter wasn't a misdirect and the Gorosei were referring to Zunesha when they said quote unquote that devil fruit hasn't been awakened in years and the name has been changed etc etc. Because we know in real time Zunesha's making a move and trying to contact Momo. The issue with this scenario is why would he stay loyal to that order and their cause? So even though we don't know his backstory yet, just based on the fact due to his connections to multiple clans in the Ancient Kingdoms Alliance, the Minks, the Kozuki, possibly the D's and Joy Boy himself, this next theory or possibility I'm about to state seems more plausible. Zunesha must have made a mistake or done something wrong from the Alliance's viewpoint, as there's only two people I can see him following orders from for 1,000 years, which is pretty much an eternity. Either the leader of the Ancient Kingdom, Joy Boy himself, or the leader of the Kozuki clan at that time during the Void Century, as Toki and the Poneglyphs and the Kozuki crest on Zunesha himself are all proof that Wano existed back then. So it's possible that Joy Boy or the Kozuki sentenced Zunesha to roam the earth until the day the dawn will come, or Joy Boy's will be inherited. Speaking to him like how we see Momo can, and hearing him like how we've seen Roger, Luffy, and Odin can. This could be possible as we know the dawn is the most prevalent theme, especially entering Endgame within the narrative of the story. Even the world government themselves, since they've established power, have tried their best to prevent the dawn from arising, whether it's been destroying Ohara, ending the potential of Ace, being wary of the D-Clan who are the sworn enemy of the gods, aka the lesser dragons, etc. So overall, in my estimation, Zunesha is a member of either Joy Boy's crew or Grand Fleet, or at the very least, the Alliance of the Ancient Kingdom overall, who could be an ancient weapon, being a sentient island or battleship, or could be a naturally occurring animal or entity, who in either scenario could also be a devil fruit user as well. So yeah, there's a lot of possibilities regarding who/what Zunesha is, and this is my 2 cents on what his history realistically is. But yeah, that's it for the video, y'all. Like, subscribe, comment if you rated it. If you liked the video, turn on post notifications. Modern Fiction, out.